Thanks for stopping by. Welcome to the Petal Place property located in the countryside of northeastern Ontario, Canada. Oh, this onion is burning my eyes. Wow. Welcome back to the kitchen, guys. I am trying to get some preservation done and I'm doing mostly pickling today. So, yeah, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here with me. If you have not yet subscribed, hit subscribe and help me to get to 1,000 subscribers. So right now, yeah, you see me struggling a bit with this food processor because I bought it without instructions and I haven't used it in almost a year. And so I figured out how to use it. And I think I know how to use it. It's just a bit fickly because I am trying to get this part out so I don't have to take this off. But I don't know. I can't get it out. So I guess it wasn't made to come off. I don't know because there's something that says lock. And I thought when I put it this way, I would be able to get it out, but I can't get it out. So I am just thinking now that maybe it's not meant to come off. I guess so. I guess that's just the design. Yeah, I bought it at the thrift store actually. Maybe somebody couldn't be bothered with it and that's why they donated it. But it's good. It's pretty good apart from me having to take this off each time. It's a good food processor. No problemo. Yeah, so I am doing some sweet pickled red or purple onions along with some green peppers. And so I have already cleaned up my green peppers and it's a chunk of onion I'm just cutting. And I just finished cutting up the onions, yeah, which are making my eyes so watery. Well, anyways, yeah, the next thing I'm gonna do is let's just get this on. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna do the green peppers. So I'm gonna put this back on. And then I am gonna, oh no, not yet. I gotta put the blade back in. There we go. There we go. And then I am gonna go ahead and do the green peppers. So that's what I'm talking about. Like every time I have to push this and take it up. Like, why? I don't know. But that is how I have figured out to make it work. And so that's what I am doing. So. Okay. Let's just turn you off. And that's my problem here, because every time, okay, there we go. Every time I have to click this and I'm afraid that at some point it's gonna break. Oh, I didn't turn it back on. There we go. It is just a bit fickly, but it works. As my son would say, I don't know. I don't know. Okay. So I did those three big peppers that I bought in Toronto. Those are the ones, big green peppers. Those are the ones I'm using here. And then I did 3 purple onions and 3 yellow, I think they're yellow or white onions, So, pour this out. Now I'm gonna put these in the pot, but I'm not gonna add any liquid to it because there is enough liquid in the vegetables themselves. I'm just gonna see if there are any big chunks that I need to cut, because sometimes when the veggie goes flat, it doesn't cut as good. Okay, we're good. Oh, here it is. Oh no, it's just a bunch of, okay, cut it up a little smaller. Okay, so I generally don't put my apron on, and I need it. I'm gonna turn this on. So in the pot, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put the sweet peppers. And I'm gonna put my onions. Then I'm gonna add some, oh, how long has this thing been boiling? Can't be for too long. So I was supposed to set the timer and got caught up over there. I didn't set the timer, so I'm just gonna give it 10 minutes. Oh, sorry. That's the onions. Okay, yeah. So it's gonna get some cane sugar. And I'm gonna go ahead and put, that's just a cup of cane sugar. And I'm making sweet pickles. Don't want them to be too sweet. So I'm gonna go ahead and add another half. So that's just a cup and a half of cane sugar. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this stay on the pot, yeah, right. Let it stay on the burner, and I'm gonna cover with this because I don't want it to produce any steam and any extra liquid. I don't think I'm gonna use these. Yeah, you know what? I am gonna use this thing again because I want to do some hot pepper. So I'm gonna use this. Let's just put you there. In the pot I have some other stuff that I already canned or jarred, and I'm just processing them now. I'll show you guys what they are later. Thank you so much for being here again. Please hit subscribe and help me to get to 1,000 subscribers. I appreciate you. I am going to make some brine for my sweet pickled onion and green sweet pepper blend. And so I'm gonna go ahead and put this part on here. And I am gonna put 1 cup of filtered, well, no, 2 cups of filtered water in this pot. And then I am gonna go ahead and add this is 2 cups of apple cider vinegar and 2 cups of pure white vinegar. There we go. I'm also going to add a dash of pickling salt. This looks like about 2 teaspoons. I'll give it half a cup more sugar. There we go. So I'm gonna let this go ahead and soften a bit, and I'm gonna let my blend here, salt, water, and vinegar, go ahead and just warm up and let the salt melt. just looking around at where I'm gonna put these when I'm done. I have so much stuff all over the place. Let's just clean up a surface for them. Ah, to stop that. Generally, if you put two different things in your canner that need two different times to be canned, say for example 15 minutes and 20 minutes, then you go 20 minutes instead of 15 minutes. Because the one that needs 15 minutes will only be processed a little longer, which will not kill it. But the one that needs 20 minutes, if it doesn't get 20, it could be a problem. And you want your jars, your produce, to be shelf stable. Okay, I turn this off for now because I'm gonna get my sweet pickled peppers and onions jarred before I put these in. Okay. Right here, I'm gonna go ahead and put them in the jars. Sorry, need to get my funnel. And I am gonna use a ladle to get them in the jar. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use this slatted spoon first because I wanna get, I just turned over the hole. Okay, because I wanna get as much of the peppers and onions in as possible. Oh, this hole is so small. I don't like using plastic to do it, but I'm going to use the plastic because I need a bigger mouth. All this juice came out of the veggies, and I'm not gonna toss it, neither do I want to just throw it in the jars like that, because I need to get vinegar in the jars. So So what I am going to do is, one jar is fuller than the other. It's not a big deal. I'm talking about the contents of the jar. I am just gonna get my tongs and I'm gonna put a little more in that, and that's good. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna measure this out. It has sugar in it, and sugar helps to preserve. But I'm gonna do 1 cup of this juice in here. It's not going to be able to take another cup. Okay, so that's too much juice. So let's do this. Do you guys just hear something seal? Yeah, I heard something seal. Okay. Let's do the vinegar first. So this I'll use for my hot peppers that I'm doing. I'm just gonna go ahead here and get a smaller pot. I don't want to pour the cold vinegar in my hot jar, so I'm gonna warm up the vinegar, and I'm just gonna warm up plain vinegar, plain old vinegar, because I have so much of that veggie liquid over there. So I'm gonna put 2 cups of vinegar in this pot, a cup of apple cider, and a cup of white vinegar. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little pickling salt for good measure. This is just about 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Okay, so that's warm enough. So let me put 1 cup and 1 cup, and then I'll just go ahead and use the juice to top it up. Okay, so let me just make sure I release all air bubbles from the jars. Just move this from here so you can at least see the jars. Okay, now I am gonna go ahead and clean the jars, and I'm just using some vinegar because I am working with sugar and I want to remove. And you guys, I've said it before, I'm not a big time canner, didn't grow up canning, but I have learned a lot. And so I am just showing you guys, or just using what I have learned, right? To become a successful canner, to be a big time canner, to become a big time canner. Okay, so let's go ahead now and okay, now I have 4 jars. However, I can fit 6 jars in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the peppers. See if I can get 2 jars. Now I am wondering, should I do sweet pickle or should I do pickle with the prawns and everything? And I am leaning towards doing okay. First thing I'm gonna do with this lovely thing is I'm gonna pour it into the pot that I made with the brine over here, right? Oh, I hear snap, snap, snap lids. I hear sealing going on over there. Okay, so here's what this looks like. This is sweet pepper and onions. And I'm thinking that I may want to add some onions with my hot peppers. So I think what I'm gonna do, but I'm not gonna take the seeds out. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and clean up my hot peppers and my onions, and then I will along with me as I plant flower and veggie gardens, take on home and garden DIYs, go thrifting for clothing, home goods, and yes, food. Experiment with me, learn and use new and traditional ways to preserve and cook produce from my garden, farmers market, and grocery store.